Hi, I'm Aidan Feeney.
And I'm Emer O'Connor.
And we're here today to answer some questions about our research, carried out in the School of Psychology at Queen's University Belfast on regret and children's decision making. Regret is an often painful emotion that we experience after we make a choice, when we realise that we would have obtained a better outcome had we chosen differently. Thus, at the heart of an experience of regret is a comparison between what actually happened and what might have happened. The study of regret can be hailed as a success story for psychology in particular and the social sciences in general. Economists have come up with mathematical models of choice based on the idea that people choose so as to minimize the regret they will experience if things go wrong. Psychologists have run experiments showing that the experience and the anticipation of regret impacts on decision making. There are also very nice studies looking at people's lifetime regrets and other studies showing that regret can be a barrier to successful and happy aging. Health psychologists have shown that asking people to anticipate the regret they might feel about the outcomes of their health-related decisions, about alcohol consumption, safe sex, and registering as an organ donor, impacts those decisions.
What particularly interests us here at Queen's is the relationship between regret and decision making. There is a very nice argument that, most of the time, regret serves a positive function. Experiencing regret after a decision is a signal that we should do something differently next time. We are currently running a large project funded by the Economic and Social Research Council in the UK, which aims to understand the role played by regret in children's developing ability to make decisions. To carry out our current project about the role of regret in children's decision making, we had to figure out the age at which children are capable of experiencing regret.
To do that, we and researchers in other labs give children very simple decisions where they have to choose between two options. Once a child participant has made a decision, we show her what she has won. We design things so that the prize is always attractive but small. Then children express how they feel about their prize on a child-friendly rating scale. At this point, we show children what they would have won had they made the other choice. They see that they would have won a better prize had they chosen differently. We ask children whether they feel the same, better, or worse about the prize they actually won. The youngest age at which children consistently report feeling worse upon learning that the other choice led to a better outcome is 6 years.
So children begin to experience regret at about 6 years.
We have been able to run experiments using our regret procedure, but coming back the next day to ask children to make the same choice again. We find that children who experienced regret on the first day are more likely to make a different choice on the second day. In other words, for children as young as 6 years of age, the ability to experience regret has a positive impact on decision making.
One of the issues in understanding the role of regret in adult decision making is disentangling whether regret affects our decisions because we remember times that we have experienced regret, or we anticipate how much regret we would feel if certain choices turned out badly. Some people argue that it is our ability to anticipate emotions which is most important. We have been able to show that although some children at 6 years of age are capable of experiencing regret, and that this experience impacts their decision making, they are not able to anticipate the regret they would feel if their decisions go badly. So, regret appears to play an important role in children's developing ability to make decisions, and at a certain point in development, this is because of children's actual experience of regret rather than because they anticipate that experience.
Another example of everyday choices which turn out to be affected by the experience of regret are decisions to delay gratification. The ability to delay gratification allows us to have dessert after dinner, to study before we go to meet our friends, and even to save for our retirement. The ability to decide to delay gratification in childhood turns out to predict lots of positive outcomes in adulthood. To examine the role of regret in learning to delay gratification, we gave 6-year-old children a choice between two options, one of which became available after 30 seconds and the other after 10 minutes. Those children who chose to take the prize available after 30 seconds saw, 9.5 minutes later, that they would have won a better prize had they waited. The next day, when presented with exactly the same decision, those children who experienced regret on day 1, upon seeing that they would have been better off had they waited, were more likely to decide to wait on day 2. Thus, the experience of regret may be related to learning to delay gratification. Given the role played by regret in children's decision making, some parents have asked us whether they should encourage their children to experience regret. Because studies have shown that focusing on our regrets can make us unhappy, we would never suggest that. However, it may be possible to structure children's environments so that they receive feedback on what would have happened had they chosen differently. Our results suggest that it is comparing actual outcomes to what might have happened that helps to improve children's decision making. Exploring the practical implications of these findings will be a challenge for future research.